Hi, I'm Alison Kennedy, CEO of the Toowoomba Hospital Foundation, and I'm here with Wendy Carlish, who is the Nurse Unit Manager of the Neonatal Unit of the Toowoomba Hospital. And we are so thrilled this year to be supporting this unit for our Toowoomba Hospital Christmas Appeal. Wendy, thank you so much for joining us today.
Not a problem, thanks Alison.
Wendy, can you tell me a little bit about your role with Darling Downs Health and the Neonatal Unit?
Well, I am the Nurse Unit Manager. So I have a lot of responsibilities within the unit. I guess number one, I look after all the nursing staff, so it's my job to make sure that the nurses are there to provide the care for the babies. Apart from that, so that is actually a really big job. But apart from that, it's about the day-to-day operations of the neonatal unit. So it's making sure we have equipment, it's managing those resources, it's liaising with the medical staff and also our maternity team. We closely liaise with them, allied health. It's looking after all the things that we need to be able to run the unit.
It's a very big job. And were you always inspired to be a nurse, and in particular to be part of those little babies?
Well, I actually have been asked this question recently, and so I didn't really have a memory of that, but I did ask my mum, and she said yes, that I always wanted to be a nurse. Neonatal, well, when I finished my nursing training, I wanted to work in paediatrics. So I've always wanted to be children focused. And I did work in paediatrics for a time, and I then was lucky to get a job in neonatal after I'd done my midwifery, and that's where I've loved and stayed.
Which is fabulous. We love having you there. The neonatal unit cares for some of the region's most vulnerable babies, so can you tell us a typical day, if there is such a thing in a neonatal unit?
So typical is very atypical, I guess. So we start the day with a number of babies. Today we have 6, but sometimes we could have 10 or 12. The nurses will go about their business according to how sick the baby is, whether they need to support their breathing, whether that baby needs support with feeding. So, sometimes they have nasogastric tubes, and that's how they feed. Looking after the parents, because we are family-centred. So we're not only looking after the babies, we're looking after the families. But during the day at any time, an emergency can happen. So that could happen within our unit, or it could be a delivery that happens, so a birth, and then we'll have an emergency, and then we deal with that.
You've got an amazing team, and it's an amazing unit. Obviously, I would have no idea how you manage your day, because I think I'm busy, but your unit is extraordinary, and the people in there are so caring. There must be so many parts of your day that are super rewarding, but without preempting your answer, is it seeing the babies go home with the parents? Is there something that...
My thoughts about that is that I'm very strong on every single baby being unique, and every baby is special, no matter what is happening with them, no matter how long they need to stay with us. So if they're with us for a couple of hours or they're with us for 6 weeks, I'm really happy when any of those babies are discharged home to their parents, because that's what we want to see. So we've just had some parents leave this week who've been there for 6 weeks. And it's just so great to see them finally on their way home. Yeah.
Which is why I'm not allowed to cuddle them when I come up to the unit.
That's right, because
yes.
we don't really cuddle babies that much. That's what the parents do. Yes.
So we are super excited to be raising funds for the Christmas Appeal this year for the neonatal unit. Tell us about how the funds will be used to help your special unit.
Yeah. Okay, so we only have a very small space, and our unit design is 30 years old. So the care that we provide has changed so much in 30 years. So what we are proposing for how we will spend this money is to just redesign our footprint, and so that it actually enables more space for the parents beside their baby. we just want to make it work better according to how we deliver care now.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned before some of these babies are with you for a long period of time and therefore the parents as well. So is that part of the redesign, making sure that these...
Yeah, so I think it almost becomes a second home for those babies that stay with us for a long time. So to be able to give them a little more space is really important. You know, I think parents are very generous in accepting our space issues and the challenges that we have every day, and we often have to move babies around, you know, when we get new babies in. And so, you know, if we can give them more space, that would be, you know, a really good thing that we can do.
Amazing. Is there something about the neonatal unit that our community might not know in relation to the services that you provide?
I was talking to one of my colleagues about that, and I think that even though the neonatal unit may be talked about in antenatal classes, parents never think that they're coming. So it's always unexpected that they come, and maybe people don't even know that we exist. And I guess one thing I'd like to say is probably sick babies. It's like we're a mini ICU or a mini emergency department in some respects. So we are looking after really sick babies sometimes. And maybe that's not what people think in the community. Yeah.
Well, it's a very special unit, and obviously funds raised during the Christmas appeal will be coming to you. What happens in your unit over Christmas? Do you have lots of fun and do you dress up? And
we do. So of course we're limited because it's a clinical area, but we have had some brilliant people with decorations, putting decorations up, and it is our chance to wear Christmas scrubs, so everyone gets into that. We've got a couple of keen sewers who actually make them for us as well. So yeah, that's what we do for Christmas. Yeah, and try and celebrate Christmas, you know, by sharing food and just having a bit of fun together, I guess. Yes.
Well, it's going to be a really exciting project to work alongside with your team to design this beautiful space for the families of our community. And obviously some of these people travel, you know, from a far distance to come in. So to make that space nicer for everybody will just be a fabulous thing for not only you guys to be a part of, for the foundation as well. So we're just as excited about this project, I think, as you are. So yeah, so thank you for coming along and having some time with us and to share exactly what the unit does, and we really appreciate that you're a super busy lady and that you've given us your time, so thanks for being here today.
Thanks, Alison.
And there is still time to donate towards the Toowoomba Hospital Christmas Appeal, so jump on our website and donate now. We are super excited about this project and cannot wait to share the end results with our community.